What's going on YouTube? Hey guys, it's Ben. Thank you so much for checking out my channel again. Yes, I am outside on a beautiful sunny Seattle day, which is actually pretty rare out here. But today's video I wanted to talk to you guys about working from home. A lot of you entrepreneurs and solopreneurs that are on this channel, I know that you run your businesses out of your home and you work from a home office, and either you work for a company or you work for yourself, but either way there are a ton of things that you need to know about working at home and how to be really effective and how not to be effective, and how to combat certain things like loneliness or boredom or distraction and stuff like that. So I wanted to go over all that stuff with you guys. Smash the subscribe button. This is going to be really valuable. Smash the like button, and I will catch you guys as soon as I hit my home office. All right guys, so I'm about to head into my home office, but I wanted to touch on the basics first. So one of the biggest things about working from home is the first thing that happens in the morning, right? What do you wear? What's your attire? I know for all the real jobs out there, there's dress codes at offices, there's certain things you have to wear or certain things you can't wear. For me personally, it's the casual look. So if you saw me right now, it's all basketball shorts, hoodie, backwards hat, obviously my signature. And that's just me. That's my casual look. That's what I always go with. Some people can't stand that. Some people need, the dressy up look. They want to wear like a suit jacket or something, or they want to wear at least a button down and khakis or whatever. Go for it. If that's your thing, go for it. You have to do what works for you. You have to do what makes you feel comfortable. And most importantly, you have to do what makes you effective at work. At the end of the day, it's really all the effort and energy that you're going to put in that's actually going to matter. So if casual works for you, keep it casual. If professional works for you, keep it professional. It's really all about what's going to make you feel your best so that you can perform your best. All right, so let's kind of get into the meat of the day, right? So you have stuff to do. You run a business, you're an entrepreneur, you're a solopreneur, and you're trying to make money, right? So working by yourself, you have no accountability, you have no boss over your shoulder most of the time, right? And if you run your own business, you have to have a plan. You have to identify exactly what you need to do and then execute and actually do those things. How do you do that? Personally, what I do is I create a to-do list, some form of organization. I use a calendar and I identify all of my action items, my serious action items in priority, right? So the things that absolutely need to get done first, and then the things that I can do later on in the day after I take lunch or something like that and relax. But you have to have some sort of structure to this, right? You can't just kind of willy-nilly be like, all right, I need to get that done and I'll do that later and I'll do this. It has to be written down. It has to be identified. If you tell me you just keep it all up in here, I know that's total BS. Nobody does that. You're going to forget things. You're not going to get things done, and you have to keep yourself accountable when you work at home. And so therefore, I highly suggest that you formulate a plan of some sort of organizational, notepad, or whether it's a calendar or you use something like Airtable or whatever it is, some program or something that just keeps you accountable, shows you what you have to do, and basically lets you follow that so you can make sure you're getting things done for real. Because that's super important alongside having a calendar that obviously shows you like when you have phone calls, appointments, and things like that. So that's all about keeping organized, and that's staying on task. All right, so now let's talk about distractions, okay? First and foremost, this is gonna be your number one distractor when you work at home as a solopreneur, right? Anything can happen. Phone calls, texts, people Snapchatting you, Facebook messages, whatever it might be. This is gonna be a huge distraction. So a lot of the time when I'm not using my phone to make business phone calls or anything I have to do for my business, I'll put it on silent, put it in my pocket so I'm not like, looking for it, like jonesing to look and see if I have a text or something like that. So that goes away. Your second biggest distractor could be your actual computer itself, right? Because obviously you can access Facebook and get messed around looking on LinkedIn at random profiles and just doing stupid stuff that doesn't contribute to your business, your money-making, furthering of your business at all, right? So you have to stay on task. So what I highly recommend is that you go in and you close tabs that don't matter. So shut off Facebook, Facebook, close up any like games, anything stupid, put that stuff all away, close all those tabs, and only open up tabs that are relevant to you, such as LinkedIn, such as, I don't know, your email, obviously, your organizational stuff, so your calendar, your note sheet, things that you need open so that you can execute on tasks and stuff like that, because you do not want to get distracted by the very thing that you have to use to actually execute on your business. So long story short, keep yourself on track. Don't let yourself get distracted. I know a lot of this is willpower, but you really have to get in the habit of basically putting this in your pocket, putting it away, and closing tabs on this so you're not distracted on Facebook for 8 hours a day instead of making a ton of money, right? So that's a little bit about distractions, and yeah, so let me get back to it. Hey everybody, so welcome to my bed. So this brings me to my next point, right? When you wake up, you need to treat your day like you have an actual job that you have to be at a certain time. You have to set alarms for yourself, you have to get out of bed on time, and you need to start executing on your business activities for the day. Look, I'm going to be really honest with you. I have a super nice king-size Tempur-Pedic, and it's ridiculously comfortable, and it's super hard to leave this bed sometimes, but you have to. The point is, you have to get up like you have a normal job if you're actually going to want to execute and make things happen, right? So point being, set alarms, get out of bed on a normal routine schedule, and use incentives, right? Like coffee in the morning is really good, right? Having some breakfast in the morning is a great way to start your morning. Use yourself some incentives that you can actually, look forward to when you hop out of bed before you start actually working. But bottom line, get out of bed in the morning at a regular time, go to sleep at a regular time. Those are really important things about working from home. Treat things like a real job, bottom line. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you when we're outside of my bed because this is kind of weird. All right, guys. So I know I just discussed getting out of bed and getting a routine going and make sure that you're organized and all that stuff. One of the most important things I wanted to talk about, though, is taking breaks, okay? So there is such thing as working yourself to the bone and burning out and all that stuff. You absolutely need to walk away from the computer, walk away from the phone at least 15 minutes every single hour. And I don't think a lot of people know that, but 15 minutes every single hour gives you a ton more productivity value than if you take, like hour-long breaks, or if you just take like 5-minute breaks or something like that. But getting away from your computer and just watching some TV, or just closing your eyes and taking a 15-minute meditation break or something like that will do leaps and bounds for your productivity. It's scientifically proven that if you take 15-minute regular incremental breaks, you are like 5 to 10 times more productive than if you don't, or if you have a really whacked out weird break schedule and you're not taking things normally. So take breaks. Be sure to give yourself that luxury throughout the day. This is for whether you work at an office or whether you work at home. But definitely when you work at home and there's no accountability and there's no one watching you, you have to take breaks and you have to hold yourself accountable to that, and just mark it on your calendar. Just mark on your calendar, break time for 15 minutes or something like that. Really, really easy thing to implement, really easy thing to do, and I'm sure you can find something to do in 15 minutes, right? The one exception to pretty much everything that I just talked about is this dog. She pretty much doesn't have to follow any of these rules. She can basically do whatever she wants. And yeah. Another huge thing that I forgot to mention, keep yourself hydrated, okay? So what I do is I fill this up twice a day with water. I add lemons to it. I keep myself super hydrated so I don't get dehydrated throughout the day, right? So I take a regular lunch, I eat something, I'll have a snack in the afternoon like fruit or vegetables, something like that. And then I definitely hit the water hardcore. If you're sitting here and you're just on your computer all day long, it'll be really easy to get dehydrated, and that drains your energy and you're just gonna be super sluggish and all that, especially towards the afternoon, and you're gonna get burnt out. So absolutely hydrate yourself hardcore and you'll be good to go. All right, guys, so here's another little nugget that's super important that I still haven't quite learned the art of, but Keep a clean and clear office space for yourself to work in. It just clears your mind. It puts you at ease. It makes everything more relaxed and thus makes you more productive. If you take a look at my office behind me, everything is kind of spewing about. All of my crap is pretty much everywhere, and I am not doing this the best. I could do this a lot better, and I have a little bit of learning to do on this, but I'm sure a lot of you have way better office setups than I do right now. But bottom line, keep your office clean and your mind will be clean and you'll be more productive, and that's a little work from home tip. All right, guys, so the bottom line here is that working from home is a pretty sweet gig. Let's not lie to ourselves, right? If you work for yourself and you're an entrepreneur or solopreneur, or you have some partners and you're able to work remotely or work from home on your own business, making your own money, it's pretty sweet, and that's a gift. And so honestly, you should treat it as a gift, and you should make sure that you remain productive, you remain really effective in your business and building whatever product or service that you're doing, and maintaining that, money and income and all of that, because ultimately you're not going to be able to work from home if you don't do that. So follow all these tips, follow all of these rules. These are proven. These are things that people have been saying forever and ever, and you'll be able to work from home for as long as you want, and then eventually hopefully not work and delegate everything to everybody else. But anyways, guys, that's my work from home video. That's all of my tips. That's all of my knowledge and wisdom. So take it as you will. Hopefully you apply some of this, and hopefully I get this messy office cleaned up. All right, guys, take care. And subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this video. Take care.